Hello, McFluffy52 here, back with some more Magic the Gathering Arena action. Today we're playing Selesnya Convoke, where you can potentially drop a Ancient Imperiosaur 2020 turn 3. This is a 7-mana dinosaur with Convoke, Trample, Ward 2, and it enters with 2+1 counters for each creature that convoked it. So if you convoke it for the full 7, it's going to enter with 14+1 counters, making it a 2020. And we can do this as soon as turn 3 with the nut draw. So what is the nut draw? We need one of our 1-drop elves that make mana turn 1. Turn 2, we play a 2-drop that makes 2 creatures and another 1-drop. Turn 3, we play another 2-drop that makes 2 creatures and then a 1-drop. That's 1 creature from turn 1, 3 creatures from turn 2, and 3 creatures from turn 3 for a total of 7 creatures that you can convoke out Ancient Imperiosaur with, and then you get your 2020. That is the nut draw. So it doesn't always happen. Most of the time it doesn't happen, but you can still get a really big dinosaur, and if you don't do it turn 3, you can still you get the option to protect it with Skrelv, which is very nice because a 2020 is generally going to be the target of some removal. That is the overall premise of the deck. We have Knight-Errant of Eos to draw some cards. Tyvar with Pummeler can pump up our creatures if we have 5 mana to pay into it. Elesh Norn is our another payoff for going wide. We can pay 3 and sacrifice 3 creatures to flip it into the Ardent Etchings, and that makes 5 2/2s on the first saga chapter, and then the second chapter, which we get the following turn, gives everything +1/+1 and double strike, and that means that we can definitely finish off our opponent. So yeah, that's the deck. Let's see how we do on the ranked ladder. All right, opener. This one seems kind of weak. We don't have any 1-drop elves. There we go. That's a 1-drop elf. We don't have any of the 2-drops, but I think we're still pretty happy with this hand. So we'll probably draw some 1-drops and 2-drops, or we'll just draw another land. We're playing 23 lands. But yeah, I've already played some games with this deck and climbed from 1400 Mythic to 800 Mythic. So so far it's so good with the deck, which is really entertaining. But yeah, if these videos interest you, consider subscribing, help out the channel. And yeah, that's all my whole spiel at the beginning of this video. This hand, not the fastest. I think whatever the opponent's playing is probably not the best for us to be matched up into, but we'll just convoke out. Tap for convoke. Convoke this out. And find ourselves Elesh Norn. Is that what we want? Or do we want Tyvar? One's playing blue-green. They might just be ramping and bouncing. Tyvar, we will have mana to activate it. So maybe we go Tyvar, Elf. And then next turn we will be able to activate it and give everything +4/+4. Actually, not next turn we will be able to activate it because we don't have 8 mana at our disposal. Well, we can play a giant dino, but that'll probably get countered. Yeah, this is one of the ones where it's just going to be go wide and beat face, I think, because it's a little too hard to resolve any of our big things and keep any of our big things on the battlefield here. So play out another 1-drop. If they Aetherize us, I will laugh audibly, so I apologize in advance. Okay, the opponent does not have Aetherize. That would have been quite the blowout and pretty funny. Aetherize is a 4-mana instant that returns all attacking creatures to their owner's hand. Oh my goodness, are we gonna get a Tyvar win? Or just like a straight up win here? River's Rebuke? That is a card now in standard. Season of Weaving, bounce all non-tokens. Okay. Pretty impressive. I will play Elf. Elf. Not Elf. And Elf. Not Elf, rather. I can't count. Are we gonna? Okay, we don't have to discard. Oh, I played out on a Citanul Stalwart. I meant to play down the Llanowar. Oops. Opponent on some kind of Simic control deck with Season Weaving. This is a really cool card. I only have one copy of it, so I haven't really built around it that much, but some really cool and strong effects. That is powerful for us. Dang, 1 mana short. Okay. And we attack in... It's not lethal. So probably attack in with the Knight-Errant of Eos. And that's it. Want Tyvar on the board if we can get it on the board. They might just 3 steps ahead this. And if they do, that means we might be able to resolve our Dino. And that should slow them down as well. I wish we picked up a second Tyvar. I didn't think about... I was like, oh, they're only going to bounce things. I forgot about counter spells. But does mean big Dino on the battlefield, has Ward 2. Do they have another Season of Weaving? We do have 2 tokens, which we can smack in with, but... Very strange matchup here with our first opponent, but... each of these turns is very, very swingy. Opponent clearly doesn't have an easy answer to our board, because they seem to be thinking, or perhaps they're thinking about how best to develop their board the next couple of turns, and they still do technically have an answer. Because even if they bounce everything, the game's not over. I was hoping that they would have like a mana leak type counter where you just pay mana for our Tyvar, but they do have the 3 steps ahead. Makes sense if you're playing Ancient Cornucopia. Works really well with it. Okay. Time stop. How many times can you do that? I'm gaining some life here with all these cornucopias, making it a little hard to kill them, but it's not the end of the world. Our deck does lots of damage. Just not maybe at the same speed that red does. Okay. I mean, swing in with the Imperiosaur and the Knight-Errant. And then the tokens? Like, what's the alternative here? I mean, they can just end the turn when we go to attack. So maybe there's a reason to play things beforehand? Or they could end the turn in response to us. Actually, they could have ended the turn already, so if they had that, they would probably have used it. I think we just attack in with our tokens. And the errant. I don't know. Into the royal. Gotta pay the ward. Play out some elves. Play out the Skrelvs. And then convoke a dinosaur. We have 2. We just need 1 to resolve. mean, Skrelv's not doing anything right now, so we can tap it. 3 mana open, so if they have a single counterspell that just drains, okay. 2020, not bad. Play the Stalwart, why not? Next turn, I'm just swinging everything. Everything's coming in. Next turn I get, let's be clear. The opponent's clearly on some kind of a time stop, extra turn style deck. Season Weaving. Invasion of Eos is bad. But it means they might not have like the best answer. Aetherize from the sideboard would be pretty annoying. I think we get to see, because it has to be an instant or sorcery. Yeah, reveal it. Okay, funny. I mean, we make them use it. The opponent has Omniscience. They do have like an opportunity to start going off here. Yeah, they're just gonna send it. Makes sense. Can they just endlessly Aetherize us, is my question. Yeah, they might start being able to do that soon. Not good. Tap. Tap, tap. I'll sacrifice. I don't really want to tap this or sacrifice the Stalwart, but I missed an opportunity. No, I actually didn't miss an opportunity. We're fine. 3 creatures. Oh, that is 3. Okay. We're gonna make 5 2/2s. We should be able to convoke out another dino. Do we set ourselves up for failure? Maybe. Because the opponent, if they just stall us out, this Ardent Etchings will kill us. Well, not really kill us, but really kind of nuke our board to some degree. If they have a bounce spell for their invasion, they can replay it. Or if they have Doppelgang to copy it, they can get back Aetherize. They only need to hold up 2 mana for their Aetherize with the Mindsplice. I think if they're able to pull back their Aetherize this turn, we might just concede. If they have Doppelgang, I mean, the game's over. They could Doppelgang the Invasion of Arcavios. Yeah. Wait, what? They must have another in hand. They only targeted their cornucopias. That's a lot of mana, but that's not the game one. I'm assuming they didn't make a mistake here because they could just grab back the Invasion Arcavios, or copy the Invasion Arcavios, grab the Doppelgang and the Aetherize. And they'd be able to do that pretty much every single turn. Making it so our ability to wallop them is not very good. Okay, let's draw some cards. I don't know why I clicked Resolve All if it's not going to work. Draw 5. Oh, they did that. Yeah, they didn't pay enough to untap lands. I mean, if they have an Aetherize, they have an Aetherize. I'm swinging everything next turn. I'm assuming they didn't make a misplay here by not copying their battle. They just needed to copy 2 things. Whoops, I tapped Skrelv. Yikes. We still have enough damage from the other creatures, so if they have a bunch of single target bounce spells, it doesn't matter. Wow, the opponent made a massive misplay here that I don't know if they've noticed, but I'm pretty sure they had enough to doppelgang two things. One being their cornucopia, one being their battle, and then their battle makes two copies. One grabs the Aetherize, one grabs the doppelgang, and then I think they would have had enough mana left over to defend themselves. Well, I hope this is lethal. Because otherwise, I lost myself the game. Yeah, it's lethal. Wow. Opponent, GG. That is a cool deck they've put together. Okay. I'm gonna say this. I think I might go all out with the clickbait for this video because so far it's been a lot of fun and it's doing all right. And I'm surprised it's working in such high mythic. Well, pretty high mythic. What goes first? We don't have any white sources because of these verges. And this Llanowar Elves doesn't tap for anything besides green. Perhaps we need to fix that. Okay. Well, I guess we keep this. Do we keep 3 lands? Probably over 2 Skrelvs. Almost played out the wrong land. Opponent Boros Burn. They're around 1800. That is kind of satisfying in a way. Okay, the Imperiosaur has been found. I mean, I'll trade Skrelv if you want. Can't block anyways. No? Okay. They could have pumped it in response potentially, which would have been bad. We're actually Selesnya Toxic opponent. Be afraid. Uh, 3-2. We didn't find any of our Hinterland Sanctifiers yet in any of our games. That last game went on for a while though. So I guess technically that last game was the first game of the recording. I played a bunch. Look at it. Look, ask and you shall receive. I played a bunch of games and thought I was recording, and I was recording. Downside, my microphone was bugged. It wasn't appearing in the recording software, and so I lost the footage to some degree. You just see me playing the games and clicking around the deck. Okay, the opponent doesn't like the life gain. Respect. Alright. This will be the thumbnail. Top 800 Mythic Selesnya Convoke or Imperiosaur Convoke. 4 lands kind of not fun. We have 37 creatures and 23 lands in this deck. It's kind of funny how smooth the it looks funny on Untapped GG. They have like the different icons for the different card types and then a number next to it. There's 37 and then 23. Okay, Citanul Stalwart allows us to run things out. Multiple things out next turn. A 1-drop and a 2-drop if we draw one. Boros. Oh. Trade. Opponent's actually thinking about it. I would, if they did, that would have probably been kind of bad for us, but I suspected they didn't because they're gonna pump this up and remove things, so. Yeah, that's the right one to remove. Dwynen's Elite is very, very nice. We don't have any removal for their creatures here, so we're just gonna hope to not die too dramatically fast. But we are against Boros Auras with a strong start, and our start had 4 lands. Slap another aura on it. Send it to the sky. Yep, that works. Dwynen's Elite is pretty cool here. Play Dwynen's Elite. Invoke. Okay, it didn't really give me a chance to do whatever I want, but ooh, Hinterland Sanctifiers. Is that enough to save me here? I think we need the Tyvar and the Sanctifier. Play out the Sanctifier, I guess. And we don't have a blocker on the field now, but it's fine. We don't have enough mana to play Tyvar and then pump it, so we just need to survive 2 turns, and then maybe we can get a massive wall up in with the pump. Hopefully the Sanctifier helps us out here, but yeah, that's pretty much game. Ethereal Armor is so disgusting. So disgusting on these kind of like stacked creatures. Whoa. Game a little bugged. Play this. And weep. Play this. Not quite fast enough this game. Send it all. Opponent had the turn 2 Sheltered by Ghosts. And that will do it. Alright. Against rank 617. Ooh. Whoa. This is a good start. I like it. We'll play the Elves first, just in case they don't have the 1 mana removal for it. Or they hold off removing it. We get better. We can make some mana before, like, we resolve our creature. Problem with Citanul Stalwart. It's really not a huge problem, but it's just like a little technicality is that you need something else on the battlefield to tap this. So if you're like casting a creature like Dwynen's Elite and the opponent cuts this down in response, you don't get your elf thing and you also don't get the mana. Whereas Llanowar Elves, you can at least tap it down in response. Sanctifier. I mean, I guess I go Sanctifier, Stalwart. I mean, yeah, that works. I don't know if there's a huge difference. Up to 23. Take that. Opponent's probably on some Is It Prowess technology with the Ivy. Very fun card. Perhaps I should make an Ivy deck as well. We did play Is It Prowess, but this copies spells that target a single creature they control onto Ivy. So if we cast a burn spell on like another creature that they have, and then they have the opportunity to copy it onto their Ivy. I don't think they would do that, but It does say whenever a player. Gold Rush. So they're targeting one of our creatures with this because then they get to do the copy shenanigans. And so then they get 2 treasures from it. Don't think they can go infinite here, but 2 mana, create 2 treasures is cool. I'll give them that. Whoa. What are you looking at my creatures like that for? I need a land drop. I have a bounce spell. Surely they don't just go infinite or like pseudo combo off here and just one-shot us, right? What the heck? Double strike? You just need like one thing to give it double strike. One more and then double strike. Or something that doubles its power. There is that. In dang. This is so funny. Ivy Gleeful Spell Thief Voltron was not what I was thinking of. Okay. Ouch. That really hurt. That was insane hand. Gold Rush. Ancestor's Aid. Gold Rush is really good with this, I guess, because it gives a pump for each treasure you control. So the first one pumps +2/+2, the second one pumps +4/+4. So with Ivy copying it, you get +6/+6 for 2 mana. Okay. That is not what I was hoping for. Okay. Alright, we're just gonna gain a bunch of life right now. These Hinterland Sanctifiers, man. They do the job well. Leave our Citanul Stalwart up so we can play a 1-drop if we find one. Elesh Norn, you say? I could play another Skrelv. I don't think that's worth. Dwynen Elite plus Elesh Norn, I think. And that is that. Attack. Trade. I don't know how our opponent wins from here. They kind of are fresh out of cards in hand, 2 lands, and no real way to cast half of their deck because they only have blue, green. So the opponent apparently is going to think about this long and hard. I don't mean to be mean or anything, but I feel like since I've hit Mythic, I found that people play a lot slower. For instance, in like the recording that was lost, I played into several like mostly Boros and red aggro decks, and they all were playing kind of slow. All right, we're 720. Oh, this hand's kind of gunked up, but we can try it. 2-drop off the top, crossing my fingers. That is pretty lame. Well, I got what I asked for, but I think it's not quite what quite what I want or what I need at this point. Yep. It's all creatures and lands. It's all creatures and lands. Oh my goodness, is this mono black discard? That is my least favorite deck. Least favorite deck. It's not necessarily mono black discard because every black deck has been playing copies of Duress as of late, but 23 lands and drawing another one is apparently going to be less likely than another Norn. But yeah, a lot of mono black decks are playing Duress because then you can Duress your opponent's mono black Unholy Annex. And so they don't get to run away with the game. Yep, it doesn't particularly make a difference what you pick. Take two. I mean, they're gonna just gain that life back with their bat, but I've yet to see any. Okay, yeah, that's that's pretty bad for us. He had that cool art for it. Respect that at least. I want to play Mother Norn so that we can make it so that when they hit us, it hurts. Because people don't remember what Elesh Norn does. Generally. Classic. It's like, It's like, Phyrexian Arena, but if it had bigger downside, but also much bigger upside. And I believe that makes us dead. Actually, no. They just need to kill one thing and then we're dead. Alright. Good game. It is pretty nice. Okay. Decent hand, I guess. We just want to draw more stuffs. I don't know. Ooh. Oh, no. That's no good. I'll play the elves. This life gain deck is insane. I truly mean it. Question is, how quickly will they kill us? Oh, very, very good for them because... Oh, they didn't get it yet. Oh, get it next turn. The pump from Leyline of Hope. This card is so gross. Tap, tap, tap. Tap. Okay, well, that is why I tapped all those creatures, was we could grab Elesh Norn and maybe this saves us. I don't think it will. I think we're dying very, very soon. Yeah, which... Yeah, we're dead in the air. We are dead in the air. Oh my goodness, we cannot get a good opener. Alright, we'll try this. Here's our regression to the mean. We're just gonna keep getting beat up here with oh, maybe we're actually okay. We are on the play, so we will get to move slightly faster than our opponent here. Turn 2 Llanowar Elves hurts. Hurts to see, and hurts to play, I imagine. I'm gonna pay one. Alright, Elesh Norn can potentially start taking over the game. Not gonna bother attacking, not gonna do much here. We have Skrelv to defend whatever creature they target besides Skrelv. Do they remember what Skrelv does? Time to find out. I haven't gotten to use Skrelv much in these games, but maybe we should go down a bit on our Skrelvs because the amount of second copies that we keep drawing is a little annoying, but fine. Alright. Oh. Get it in there. Oh, we have enough mana to activate Elesh Norn. Okay. Cool. I forgot. Auto pay. We'll tap. It doesn't really matter what we tap. Everything's dying. Get it going. They use their Terra Sunder, so hopefully they don't have another. Even if they do, that is still 5 2/2s, so, you know, over the course of a few turns, maybe that wins us the game. If they have an Archfiend of the Dross, I will cry. That will happen. I think we might still beat them, though. Because everything gets +1/+1, and Double Strike. Play this for fun. And, you're gonna block. I think our opponent was dead, whether or not they blocked. Alright, GG. His hands, man, they're killing me. I keep seeing like multiple Elesh Norns, Tyvars. I'm playing 3 Elesh Norns, 2 Tyvars, and 4 Imperiosaurs. So that I see at least one of them, but I keep seeing multiples of everything. Alright, Skrelv or an elf? I can't believe I'm going to say this, but I think I'm going to get rid of a Llanowar Elves here. Boros. How creative. What the heck? I didn't play out the right card. It's fine. Couldn't make a huge difference with this particular hand as it stands now. Play things out the correct order. 1 life. Yes. Alright. Knight-Errant off the top, please. Would be great. They're gonna shelter by Ghost. Do need to get rid of Skrelv if they're gonna do that though. I mean, look, it's gonna get me more than 2 life. I will pay 2 life to protect it here. Double Strike, Trample, Menace, Lifelink. Welcome to Auras. Okay. I don't think I'm gonna block with this, so I could attack with it. I don't think it's really gonna make a huge difference. We'll play out a second Skrelv, but I think we just want to protect the Hinterland Sanctifier for a bit, if we can. Maybe they'll direct more removal at it. I don't know. They have ethereal armor, I scoop. They need one more pump spell, and I'm pretty sure we're just done. Yep, you got it. What it would pay to have like one removal spell in these sorts of moments. This is their only creature that they drew. Okay, this is a good hand, I would say. Just actually a good hand. Liliana. That Tyvor to be most mana efficient, I think, for the time being. Mosswood Dread Knight. Okay. Play out this. Play out this. I mean, slow them down by offering a trade. It's not really a trade because I just do this. Tap another untapped creature you control. It gains indestructible. If we draw another land, we could pump our entire board, which would be pretty good. Yeah, they're just gonna Dread Whispers for a land. Port, nice. Okay, well, we would have the Knight-Errant of Eos. They would probably remove the Imperiosaur if we played it, but I think ultimately we're in a really good spot. Yeah, this hand is kind of funny. Why does the mana base feel so bad? We're playing 2 colors. We're playing 4 Brushlands, 4 Verges, 4 Thickets. Do we need to play like tap land duels to actually like not run into these issues? Because I would be tempted to keep this if we had any sort of green source, because now any green card we draw is not going to be keepable. Or like playable, rather. Put one Knight-Errant away. Just need to find a forest or a plains, which shouldn't be the hardest to do. Plains, please. Or just a white source. Really anything will do. That's not... That won't do. I mean, we will be able to do that eventually. Pretty good Tyvar draw. We could look to trade Tyvar. I think we swing in because otherwise they're just gonna remove it with their stupid card. Sheltered by ghosts. I can give it indestructible. Haha, opponent. Oh wait, you just exiled it. Sheltered by Ghosts is such a messed up card. It is so messed up. Okay. Okay. Funny thing is, I feel like At least this was my impression before today. The standard is actually in a very, like, decent spot right now. It's, way more diverse. Okay. I mean, I'm gonna try keeping it. I've removed a forest and added a plains. That's the one change I made between these games. 'Cause, my goodness. I mean, the Verge, it makes a little bit of sense when you think about it. The Verges don't tap for white without... Yeah, I think we just play the reinforcements. I mean, I guess we'll poke the bear. Don't know if it makes much of a difference. We can flash in the reinforcements in response to removal if they go for it. This allows us to gain a bit of life. It's not perfect, but it'll work. Might cut a Skrelv. And a Norn, or like one removal spell, or like 2 removal spells. Not quite enough. We'll have enough creatures on the board to convoke out Imperiosaur if we had a green source. There's no winning! Oh my goodness, we're just drawing so unfortunately. If we drew like a green creature, that'd also be... would have been helpful. Asking you shall receive, but this isn't particularly helpful because it's not going to make an extra one, so not actually do the Imperiosaur this turn. Maybe they just lose to their Archfiend, right? Oh my god. It's so lame, man. It's so lame. Hmm, 14-14. Pretty cool, right? Alright, all these losses racked up one after another is starting to make me lose my mind. I cut a Skrelv and a Elesh Norn for 2 ossifications. I think we have enough basics in the deck to make it work. So hopefully I'm not wrong. I hope. We're on the ranked roller coaster. Let's play the Dwynen's Elite. I want to play some more elves. Play elves with Imperiosaur. New deck. It's kind of this deck, to be honest. When you think about it, it is pretty much just dorks and opponent cares about cards in graveyard. Makes me suspicious. I wonder if they're playing the Descend of Wrath. So that's why they have Surveil lands and Fables. Or they're multiple colors. They are multiple colors. Okay, they're probably Reanimator. So we just need to go bigger, go faster, go harder. This is really not what I wanted, but drew a bunch of lands. Okay, I hope that can vote properly, but your 9/9 not as big as a 16/16. I will say that. They could remove it. We don't have Skrelv, but we have a second. Always bring backup. Convoke down one Imperiosaur to cast the other. That'd be hilarious. The Zombify? They don't seem to have the Zombify because I feel like then they would just grab their Valgavoth. Vader Triumph. Yep, it's gone. 2 card types in their graveyard. Okay, the lands are getting out of hand here. I hate that it auto uses my lands, but it doesn't really matter this game or this turn. You got another. If you do, this game's gonna get really hard. Because it's really hard to get through these big life-linking bodies unless we just Alpha Strike. So that means we need like Elesh Norn. Or like an insane Tyvar hand. Scrying. Please put it to the bottom. Yes, that means they didn't find something good. What the heck, man? I mean, I'm just gonna hit with the Imperiosaur. I could have blocked with the fear of missing out and held back the Imperiosaur. Or held back the Valgavoth, which probably would have been a decent strategy. I should probably just play out the land. Part of me wants to keep it in my hand just to mind games, but there's not really any value out of it. If we draw like a Tyvar, we'll probably want that extra land. Tyvar means we just win. Like a Tyvar off the top means we can play it and then pump all our boards 16-16. Pretty nice. Rakdos joins up is pretty nice and painful. Still doesn't kill us. Stop. Ah. Where are all our Knight-Errant of Eoses when you need them? I'm not going to give them any free life-linking blocks. We're going to take 11 damage here, which is going to be painful from the Rakdos joins up. But our Imperiosaur lives. And we are answering it in a way. I mean, if they have the sacrifice spell, they attack in and then sacrifice it and we're dead. Or if they get fear of missing out together, they can just swing twice. The Delirium. Cut down, is that what they needed? It doesn't make a token unless you have another elf. They can't play it because they don't have enough life. There's no way they're doing this. Yeah, I don't think that worked out quite like you wanted, but... GG. Alright, that is it for this video. Hopefully you enjoyed. We didn't really get the turn 3 dino. It is possible with the deck, but I don't think we ever pulled it off. I would have liked to win more, but, you know, the deck is what it is. I don't think it's, like, entirely busted, but I think it is shockingly solid, just because with, like, Hinterland Sanctifier, Knight-Errant of Eos, Elesh Norn, like, you do have reasonable backup plans. We did struggle to draw into them in some of our games here, though. I think the addition of ossification during, like, with is probably good, just because the amount of times we drew into 2 Skrelvs was a little annoying and you can't cast a second one, and then we literally lost that Boros game against the person who kept a hand with 1 creature in it. If we were playing mono black and we just cut down that creature, they would have done nothing. They would have outright just lost the game. So I think having at least some removal sometimes is just worth it. And I think ossification is the best for this deck because we don't want to give them maps. So this hits planeswalkers and creatures and exiles them. And then we just need to have basic lands on the battlefield, which I think we can somewhat consistently do in this deck. We only have 2 of them anyways. Anyways, let me know what you think of the deck. Is it bad? Tell me the truth. Anyways, have a nice morning, evening, night, afternoon, wherever and whenever you're watching. Take care of yourself. Ciao.